can move right into at least parts of the 12-move Hunyuan Qigong. So I don't think you can see my feet with the camera angle, but I've got them turned out. My heels are about a generous shoulder width apart, then the feet are turned out 35, 45 degrees. Doesn't have to be too precise. Bend the knees a little bit, hands in front of the body. I'm going to mirror you here. Bring your hands a little bit to your right. And then you're going to circle the hands, 3 big circles. Circling the hands as you look at them clockwise. I think it's clockwise for you. If it's not, just pretend it is. And then you're going to circle hands the other way. Whatever the other way was. And now I believe if you're mirroring me, you're going counterclockwise. Let's do it one more time. Around. And you turn the palms out. You're going to reach up. And then the hands face the body. You come down the front like you're reaching into the body and just inviting anything to be released down into the earth. So it's like energetically you're reaching in and just sending it down. Let it go. Let it go. Or just wave your arms in circles in front of the body. That's it. 2. All the way up and around. We'll do one more. Circling all the way around. And then it kind of looks a little bit similar, but the focus here is a little bit different. The movement of the hands is a little bit different. Now the palms are down. You're lowering energy down to the head of the navel. Turn the palms briefly toward the navel. While going points line to the navel. We'll do it 2 more times. Lowering the chi down. And then the 3rd one. And at the end, the hands are over the navel. You can scratch your forehead if you want. That's just me, though, not the form. If you want to follow the rules here, then for this form, women have the left or yin hand inward touching the body, covered with the right or yang hand, but men would have the right or yang hand inward, covered with the left. Eyes are closed if that feels comfortable. Always the option to keep them open if you prefer. The knees are not locked. Just take a moment and observe whatever is rising, especially perhaps whatever is arising behind the navel, inside the body, under the place where you've lined up your hands. And then release. In this form, we work with 3 dantens or energy centers. There's an upper dantian, space between the eyebrows or that height, kind of inside the body. The middle is at your navel, the lower is at your pelvic floor, the perineum, the meeting point of yin. We're going to ritually gather chi to the 3 dantian. So feet angled out, hands are going to come out to the side here. You're going to hinge forward as you reach out. You're going to stand upright, kind of pulling back to the space between the eyebrows, reaching as if you're guiding chi into the upper dantian. And then without touching the forehead, you then come to the conclusion there's excess chi. You're going to lower that down to the height of the navel, turn the palms to the navel and store it there. So we're going to repeat that, gathering chi to the upper dantian. And it can help to bend the knees a little bit here so that it takes some pressure off the hamstrings and perhaps kind of pushes the work into the muscles of the legs and the feet. Gathering chi to the upper dantian. Just let the eyes follow one of the hands as it goes around, or maybe alternate every now and then or every time. Rhythm of the breath is natural, gathering to the upper dantian, then you're going to lower it down. Now, we're going to do the same kind of movement, but the focus is down at the middle dantian, at the head of the navel. You don't need to store the excess anywhere. You're just going to gather it back. Do 2 more. And you're going to lower chi or gather chi. The lower dantian, the hands are going to squat just a little bit, not a deep squat. You're going to rise up like you're gathering to the space of the pelvic floor. But the hands come up in front of the body to the height of the belt channel, the height of your navel. You reach around and point your fingers at the space, which is the kind of hovering above the point on your spine, directly opposite the navel. That's the Mingmen, like you're gathering chi in there. And then if you have excess, you're going to lift it up and you're going to place in the navel. So you go down, come up, around to the back, place the excess, gather up, around, place the excess, up, around, place the excess. 2 more, up, around, excess, lower the chi 3 times, reaching up. Down to the height of the navel, briefly turn the log 1 point to the knee. Hands over the navel, eyes are closed. Or if you prefer, gently open with a downward glance. Release. Next, imagine there's a big beach ball floating in front of you. Your hands are going to be on the side of it. You're going to kind of roll that ball forward in space. And there's all different ways of doing this. If you want to add some fancy looking flourishes to it, you can. If you want to turn the hips a little bit as you do it, you can. But whatever you're doing with it, just go through the motions here and just be open to experiencing things in the movement as if you're just rolling a chi ball. And if the experience is like rolling a chi ball, whatever that would be, that's good. And if it's just like you're circling your hands, that's okay too. Just go through the practice. You're going to roll it back. Just turning the hands like as if they're churning or turning a ball, rolling back toward you. You release, you're going to lower down 1, 2, 3, down to the nail. All right, next one. Hands up, the height of the forehead, palms facing. You're going to open the hands, you're going to bring them together without quite touching. So open and close, following one of the hands with the eyes or maybe alternating every now and then. This is called opening and closing the upper dantian. One more. Go down to the head and navel. We're kind of going through this form pretty quickly here. It's okay. Sometimes it's good to move slowly in the individual movements. Sometimes it's good to move a little bit faster and let the repetition do the work. And sometimes it's good whether you're moving slowly in individual movements or you're moving slowly from one part of the form to the next just by repeating a lot. Sometimes it's good to do just a few moves, and sometimes it's good to kind of work through as many of the moves in a complete form as possible. We're kind of on pace to get through a big chunk, maybe all of the form. We'll see. Lower the hands down to the perineum. You're going to rise up a little bit and fall, like you're sort of opening and closing the space both in front of and inside the body at the lower dantian, at the height of the Hunyuan point, the meeting point of yin, at the perineum or the pelvic floor. We'll do one more. Lower the chi 3 times. Down to the head and navel. Boom. Yeah, boom. The movements on the inside, not really the outside. All the way down, the hands over the navel. Women here on this one place the yin hand, the left hand against the body. Men are invited to place the yang hand, the right hand against the body, but whichever way feels better is fine. Allow 1 point at the center of each palm are lined up over your navel. Just pause and notice what there is to notice. Release. All right, next, rub your hands together, get some heat in the hands. Take your hands, you're going to place them on your chest as if you could reach into your body energetically and somehow very gently massage your own heart and lungs. Eyes can be open or closed. And do this 3 times. So rub the hands together, get some heat in the hands. Hands on your chest. Reaching in, imagining energetically that you're massaging your own heart and lungs. Imagining that your lungs are clouds and your heart is the sun. You're going to rub the hands together one more time. Reaching into the body here. And the hands come off the body a couple inches and you're just going to circle the hands like hovering. But as if by circling the hands over the body, you could still somehow be massaging your heart and lungs by just reaching inward or sending, projecting energy inward. You're going to go the other way, circle back. You're going to brush down 3 times. And lower the chi 3 times. Down to the head of the navel. Hands over the navel. Release. Next, we're going to do circling or circulating the chi. So for this one, take your left foot 45 degrees, and you're going to step out with the right. So if you're mirroring me in, the right foot's a little bit closer to the screen, the left foot's back a little bit. So it doesn't have to be like a full like bow stance where you're like so. It can be kind of close to like horizontal, but just your right foot's a little bit forward. And then you're going to sink the hips a little bit. You're going to bring the weight back so that most of it's on your back foot. Hands are palm up by the inguinal crease or the hip or the qua in Chinese. You're going to bring the hands up and you're going to push forward out in the direction of that front foot. The hands are going to circle down and you're going to come back. So you're going to push forward and like circle back like you're pulling back up a hill. And this is everything in this form can be considered like a variation of silk reeling, I guess. Silk reeling, a certain kind of flowing movement, training of the body. But this is the one that looks, most like a pretty popular classic silk reeling technique. But we can do it kind of soft here. That is, you're not really working legs, or if you want, you can take a lower, wider stance. Try to keep the hips at that height. You can slow it down a little bit. You can make it a little more intense. You can probably be up kind of high. We'll do a few more. We're going to push forward. And push forward, and you come back to the hip. We're going to pause, and we're going to reverse it. Now you're going to come forward, down low. You're going to bring the hands up, back and down. So forward, down low. Up, back and down, forward, down, low. And you can make this a little bit more intense by going lower, slowing it down. We're going to switch. So now if you're mirroring me, what is this? Your left foot is back 45 degrees. Step out with that's your right foot. And now your left foot's out in front. There we go. Whatever it is. Just mirror me. Or if you want to do the same side again, you might notice a little difference between the sides of the body, but probably no harm will come to you. So push forward, pull back up the hill, push forward, pull back up the hill, push forward, pull back. We'll do just one more here. And pull back, and then we reverse it. So the hands sway down low. And they come up, back and down. So push forward, up, back and down. If you want to do it like the more common silk reeling practice, you would push the hands forward and then pull back like so. Push forward and pull back, or you can do it just kind of loosely. Glide the hands forward, up, back and down. Many things to play with and discover here. One more round, forward, back and down. Bring the feet back to shoulder width apart, feet angle out about 45 degrees. You're going to lower the chi down to the head and navel. 1, 2, 3, all the way down. Next, we're going to do single leg ascending and descending. This one, feet are about shoulder width apart, not a wide stance here for most people. You can go a little bit wider if you want. And you're going to hover your hands. It doesn't really matter which side, but let's all start together. So on your left side, you're going to imagine you're drawing energy up. You're not quite touching the body with the hands. You're hovering and go down the outside of the right leg, around the foot, up the inside to the height of the navel, down the outside, around the foot, up the inside. You're actually just projecting or guiding chi down and then up from the earth along the inside of the leg, down the outside, up the inside. You can do it just like this. It's a full move, or if you like, you can squat your butt back and kind of trace, keeping the shoulders relatively upright. You can lean forward a little bit, but here's we're doing it. We're not like hinging forward at the waist. You're kind of tracing down. If you are doing the squatty version of it, then have the knees angle out to the side. Don't turn the opposite knee in. That helps for a lot of bodies. Protect the knee and have your butt go back, like you're squatting your butt back. Sit on a stool behind you. Helps protect the knees. We'll do 3 more each side. If it's not to your liking, you can pause at any point. Down the outside, up the inside. Down the outside, up the inside. 1 more each side. And you're going to lower the chi 3 times. All the way down. 1, 2, 3. Let's do the same kind of thing, but now it's double leg ascending and descending. For this one, having the feet a little bit wider, I think, can be helpful, but you don't want to go really wide. You could do that too, but it's probably not going to be that fun. So now we have the hands hovering on the inside of both thighs. Draw up the inside of both legs. Down the outside, around the feet. Up the inside to the navel. Down the outside, around the feet. So up the inside. Down the outside. And as before, this is a complete move. No need to squat. But if that's what you want, you can squat your butt back and kind of trace down and add this aspect of the movement into it and see how that feels. So down the outside, around the feet, up the inside. Down the outside, up the inside. We're going to do 3 more. That's right. Chi 3 times. Please. All right. Next, the belt channel is the meridian that's said to go around your body like a horizontal loop at the height of your navel. So we're going to do what's called belt channel grinding. Palms down behind your navel in front of the body. And all you're going to do is circle the hands in horizontal circles, palms down. And it's called belt channel grinding. It's actually small belt channel grinding. But you're not tensing up the arms. It's really soft. As if you're tracing out here in space in front of you the movement of a big millstone turning and grinding grain. Now, I guess that would be tense, I guess, if you were the grain or if you were the lower millstone. I guess is the millstone the top millstone or the bottom, or are they halves of the same millstone? I'm not up on my individuation criteria for millstones, but here you just imagine like that's the millstone and it's going smooth. You don't have to tense the muscles. I guess the millstone doesn't tense itself up. You're circulating and just grinding and transforming whatever there is to transform, both inside the body in the way that corresponds to the movement in the hands. So I guess you're not literally grinding up things inside. It's not like some variation of the substance happening here, but like some kind of transformation at some level of allegory or energy. You're just turning the hands in front of the body too, and the next time you're in front of the navel, you're going to circulate the other way. Small belt channel grinding in the second direction. If you need to scratch your forehead, you can do that too. It's not part of the form. So small belt channel grinding in the second direction. And the eyes here, in some forms we keep the eyes locked right on center, but here, just follow the hands, or when I do it, I'll sometimes just let myself sink into the experiences and not worry about locking down the other parts of the body. Pros and cons either way. All right, pausing from the navel. Now you're going to do the other way, but this time it's big belt channel grinding. Circling all the way around. As if the hands could loop all the way around the body. It's okay to come in front of the navel, though, like this. Good enough for government work. Big belt channel grinding. And even though the moves before this, the single leg and double leg ascending and descending, if we were doing the squatty versions of those might have seemed more obviously like muscular workings of the body. Even here, just pay attention to what your body needs and where your edge is. Not pushing too far, modifying as you need to. In front of the navel, you're going to pause, you're going to reverse, circle the other way. All the way around. Big belt channel grinding in the second direction. One more all down. And you're going to lower the chi 3 times. 1, turn the palms toward the navel. 2, 3, hands over the navel. And pause. And release. All right, now in the symbolism and the energetic worldview here, one way of understanding cosmology is above there is sky and below there is earth. And think of the sky as like the yang, active heat principle, and below as the power and principle of coolness and yin and stillness. And so here we are in the middle. We're gonna, each of us having yin and yang inside of us, we're gonna circulate and open and close. Sorry, I was thinking of the other form. It's gonna be opening and closing, but same principle, I suppose. So you're gonna reach up and separate the hands like you're opening up the sky above. And you're going to circle the hands down, you're going to look down, and it's like you're gathering in the earth. So you're going to open sky. Sorry, my fitness tracker is getting into it too. So you're going to open the sky. Close the earth. Open the sky. Close the earth. When I do these practices by myself without like teaching them or guiding them, I will often make sure to I'll remove my glasses, and I'll remove my watch. You might also choose to remove jewelry and whatnot, as if, maybe to let the chi flow a little bit more smoothly, or to maybe just create the kind of sense of a ritual space. But when I'm teaching, I leave various accoutrements on. Anyway, apologize for the fitness tracker doing its thing. You're going to open the sky and close your, and if you want to, you take a wider stance. If you haven't got enough squatting today, you squat your butt back and come down and reach up. Like big circle, opening the sky and closing the earth. Open the yang, gather the yin. We'll do 2 more all the way around. Up, down, up. Now you can come back to the navel, and now you're going to reverse it. Now you're opening the earth, balancing it all, closing up the sky. Open the earth, close the sky like that. Open below, gather above, and if you like, you can do the big sweeping motions. Three more. Open the yin, close the yang. Open the earth, close heaven or sky. One more all way around. We're going to go down to the bottom, come up, bring the feet back, and bring the hands down. And we're going to lower the chi 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Hands over the All right, now last we gather chi, the middle dantian from the sides. So you take a stance, it can be a little wider than shoulder width apart. You're going to shift this way. And then you swing around and pull back in. And the other hand's going to gather around. And it's as if all of the wondrous complexity of the world and maybe all the detritus and all of the possibility, you just say, all right, come on back. And I gather you into the portal of my middle dantian. And I guess the imagery is it wants to come back. It's not like you're in some, troubling way, like a monster pulling things back into your navel. You can make it like that. But it's just you're inviting sweeping motions, things that want to return home. As if you can be somehow both the invitation and the guide and the portal, gathering it back. We'll do one more each side, around and back in. Around and back in. Now you're going to lower the chi 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Hands over the navel. Release. We'll do kind of self-massage or energy clothing. I'll take my glasses off for the moment. Take your, what are these, index fingers, the knuckle, main knuckle of the index finger, you brush it down the side of the nose 3 times. And again, 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3. And then, I guess we should have done this one first, but it's okay. Take your hands behind the head. You're going to reach around and kind of wash the head without quite touching, all around. Washing the head. Now let's do it in the proper order. Now we're going to rub the nose again 3 times. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You don't have to say the 1, 2, 3 out loud though. All right. Now you're going to take your hands, place the palms of the ears, cover the ears, close the eyes, then you're going to open the ears really wide and look like a freak. Look around. Again, close, open, close, open. We're going to do this 9 times total. So here's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Take your teeth. Be mindful of your teeth and your jaw. With the mouth closed, you're going to chew 9 times and swirl your tongue around, gather saliva, and swallow it down. The webbing between the thumb and index finger, you're going to tap them together. Pause, reverse the orientation of the fingers again. The orientation of the thumbs. I guess it's both the fingers and the thumbs. You're going to take your hands, you're going to rub. You make the lower back like you're sending some love to the kidneys. You might tap Google's fist if that feels good. Okay. Reach up and give yourself a pat on the back. All right, take one of your arms, take your left arm, palm up, hand in loose fist. just at the wrist, a little bit above the wrist on the way up toward your elbow. You're going to gently tap. There's an acupuncture point there. You tap it on. It's called the inner viewing point. Just tap. You go to the other side. And you're going to go to the outside of the upper forearm. You're going to tap. Go to the other side. Tap. And reach up under the armpit. Rub up under there and reach up on the other side. Now, kind of above your hip socket, just above that, just below the iliac crest, so above the hip, you're going to tap. And then on the outside of the upper thigh, above, or sort of below the hip socket. And then above the outside of the knee, kind of get the IT band there. And then below the knee, and then tap the back of the knees. Now, you're going to come up with hands and fists on the balls of the feet, and you come down with the heels, but bend the knees when you do it. So go up, down, up, down. Two more after this. 1, 2. Stand like this. Imagine you're 100 feet tall, you're made of gold, and you are a rooster or a hen. You're going to shake the universe. Again. One more time. Now you shake from the navel down. You're going to go like this. Shake the knees side to side. And then very gently, you're going to tap the navel with loose fists. Because it'll be all that gentle. And you're going to lower the chi 3 times. 1, 2, 5, 3. Hands over the knee. And pause for a moment. Just notice anything there is to experience inside the body, at the surface of your body, or outside. And when you're good, ready, release. Look around and pretend nothing happened. Thanks, everybody. That's it for tonight.